Hey, my friends, how are ya? I am Scott Ian from Anthrax, and I'm here today with Jackson Guitars, checking out my brand new Baldini KVX. Look at this guy! To add this to my signature line, I mean, the whole thing, the whole idea of it is still kind of mind-blowing to me. It looks incredible. And it's, you know, they got the extra added bonus of the Floyd on it, and I know people have been asking, when are you putting a Floyd on your, your X series? Well, here it is. And after putting this thing through the ringer today, I can declare that it definitely passes all my tests. I think my favorite thing is definitely the finish. I'm just kind of blown away by how good it looks, by how great it came out. I know it sounds silly, but to me, that's half the battle right there. I'm one of those people that truly believes with a guitar, when it looks so good, it's gonna sound good too. You just know it's gonna. And maybe that's me just projecting, and then I'm like, oh, listen, it sounds great. And other people are like, no, it's terrible. But no, if it looks this good, you know it's gonna sound great. It absolutely proves that. So yeah, the finish for me, for sure. As soon as I walked in, I saw it hanging on a stand, and I didn't even think that was my guitar. I thought that was just one here in the showroom. And then I was like, oh wait, that one's mine? That's the signature model? Wow, it looks that good? Like, yeah, I was completely blown away. I ordered my first Jackson in 1982. I became an endorsed artist, I'm gonna say around 88. From what I understand, I was one of the first phone calls asking if I would be interested in playing Jacksons again, because they had been gone. And of course I said yes, I couldn't wait, to be part of Jackson again. I was so excited that they were bringing them back. So, to be a Jackson artist, it really is just, it's a dream come true for me, because I still feel the same way I did in the early 80s when I would see them hanging on the wall in the guitar shop. And oh my God, imagine like if I could play those guitars. And that's what I've gotten to do pretty much my whole career. It just means so much to me that they've made me guitars. The reason why I bought a Jackson was because of Randy Rhoads. I was such a huge fan of Randy's, and there was his guitar hanging on the wall at Sam Ash, and I couldn't believe it. I never understood. I didn't know what a signature model was. I had no, and they're like, oh, that's the Randy Rhoads, V, and I'm just like, what? You could get his guitar? Like, it just made no sense in my brain. And a buddy of mine worked there, so he took it down and let me plug it in and play it. And, I wanted to run out of the store with it. And I saved money for like the next 9 months. I saved up money so I can order one. So, I mean, obviously right out of the box, Randy is the guy. If I think back to the 70s when I was learning how to play guitar and the records I was playing along to, Tony Iommi, Angus and Malcolm, Johnny Ramone, and I'll say Eddie Van Halen. That's how I learned how to play, by listening to all those guys' records and playing along to those records in my room over and over and over and over again. They were my guitar teachers. It was all me and my ear and slowing down vinyl, and learning how to play songs. This guitar was 100% inspired by Dimebag. Daryl had, what he called the dime slime. I had a custom shop done as an homage to Daryl's dime slime. And Daryl's nickname for me for many, many years was Baldini. That's what he used to call me for obvious reasons. And he sees this clothing store called Dino Baldini, and somehow that clicks in his brain that Dino Baldini is now going to be Scott's nickname. He's like, "Hey, Baldini." And I'm like, "Baldini? Isn't that like," he goes, "I saw the clothing store. That's your name now. You're Baldini." So ever since then, some point in the early 90s, I became Baldini. When I started playing that guitar live, people were flipping the fuck out over that guitar and how it looked on the King V, and people were blown away and like, when is that going to be available? When is that going to be available? Well, now it's available. It just became hey, what do you think about doing a similar version? And we'll call it the Baldini Burst, and we'll do a similar version to that as one of your signature models that we could put out, one of the KVXTs. And I was like, yeah, I'm all in, of course, So yeah, this is my Baldini Burst, and now it's available wherever you buy your guitars. As a guitar player, I've always wanted people to feel like what I do it's reachable, it's accessible. And that's what I want people to feel when they see or hear me as a guitar player. That what I'm doing, like they could pick up a guitar and with a little bit of work, they could play the riffs that I'm playing. And with a lot of work, you could, take it further, of course. But that's what I've always wanted as a guitar player, is that people to feel like, hey, I feel like I could do what he's doing. He doesn't seem that much different than me. And, I hope that comes across.